Rutgers and Purdue dressed for the occasion in the Play for K game, and it's Purdue swiping in for the opening tip, and the shot off the mark for Rashunda Jones. She's one of those two Boilermakers who was questionable on the availability report this morning, but is playing after just getting over the flu. Her and Sophie Swanson, who will come off the bench, active, even though it seemed murky at the start of the day whether or not they would play. Now for Rutgers, of course, when you're missing the 19 points a game and the 3-point shooting prowess that Kiyomi McMiller has, you need somebody else to contribute. Destiny Adams definitely will shoulder some of that load, misses her first shot.
Yeah, but it can't just be Destiny Adams, Dom, and I like the way as the turnover for Purdue. I like the starting lineup from the Scarlet Knights in this game because having other size out there like Perkins and Cornwell makes it more difficult for Purdue to commit to double teams against Destiny Adams because there's other rebounders. So trying to get Adams to get a little more freedom and free flow play, I really like this starting five from Coquise Washington.
There's Awa Sidibe, Rutgers' sixth-year senior. Her three won't fall, and the rebound controlled by one of those freshman post players, the 6'4" Lana McCarthy. A Purdue team that picked up its first win in 43 days with that victory over Wisconsin. By all accounts, playing at ease, playing with more joy for the game than maybe at the start of the conference slate. Here's Destiny Lombard, their top scorer. There's Collier in the corner. Great shooter, misses that. And we have a tie-up.
And really the key to that game against Wisconsin, Dom, was how hot of a start Purdue got off to in that game. 10 for 13 shooting as a unit in the first quarter, dropped 31 on the Badgers in the first 10 minutes. But right now, Rutgers not giving them as many open lanes.
Regan Bass, she can stretch and swishes that on the long two. Transfer from Akron, who had fallen out of the starting lineup earlier in Big Ten action, and just getting the start because Layden is out. Adams in a crowd for Zakara Perkins. Long on three, but on the offensive glass, Lacey has her hands on it and loses control. Transition, an extra pass for Lombard, and three won't fall. With the way these teams have struggled from three, really could be who makes more threes that wins the game. And there's one for Rutgers. Perkins knocks it down.
Good look from Perkins. 29% as a team this season from distance for the Scarlet Knights, which is bottom in the Big Ten. But when Destiny Adams commands defenders, especially against doubles, that means somebody's going to be an open shooter, and right there it was Perkins.
Lombard off the mark. 11 points per game for the fifth-year senior that transferred from Stephen F. Austin. Lacey out of control along the baseline.
And subbing in here for the Scarlet Knights, worth mentioning, Maya Petticord in the game as we take a look back at this nice shot from Zakara Perkins. But Dom, Petticord got dinged up just 3 nights ago and back on the court with an ankle brace here, subbing in just 2 minutes in.
It was carried off the court after injuring her right ankle against Indiana. Thrown away. Unforced error for Rashunda Jones. Big outlet. Adams, the final recipient.
Getting in transition, that's what you got to do against this Purdue team that turns the ball over 17 times a game. And there, an errant pass taking advantage. Good through ball over to Destiny Adams for the bucket.
And they got another one as Lacey picks McCarthy's pocket. 3-on-2, Adams. Lacey, and travels.
Yeah, and that time a little undisciplined on the transition play. Destiny Adams felt like almost took too many steps, but this one much smoother. Sidibe with a little give and go with Destiny Adams to get her the open look. But then on this last possession, one more look at this, Sidibe to Adams, but Destiny Adams felt like stepped a little too close to the basket, didn't know where she was, had to dump it to Lacey, and JoJo for the Scarlet Knights travel.
Kick ball. First change for Purdue, Sophie Swanson off the bench. The sophomore is averaging 7 points a game, but like so many of the younger Boilermakers, has improved her play during this 2-game spell where Purdue's played its best Big Ten basketball. And there is Swanson on the shot that gets the roll. Sort of tells you what her last few weeks have been like.
Yeah, it's just been some friendly rolls and just getting into a groove. And again, Purdue players that didn't expect to play this much that are playing more, it's working out for them.
Rutgers has taken more than half of its shots from deep, and that one will not go for Lacey, one of Rutgers' top three-point shooters, particularly with McMillan out. Swanson coming off a season-high tying 17 against Wisconsin. McCarthy. Not the cleanest start for Purdue. Reposts over a crowd and missed it. And Adams controls her second rebound. Perkins, dribble drive, and got fouled.
I'm really liking the vision from Destiny Adams these first few minutes. The danger we've seen when Keomi McMillan is out is that Destiny Adams sometimes tries to do too much in the scoring column, but able to distribute, get the little outlet to Sidibe, which sets up Perkins to get fouled here. And if you're Destiny Adams, I know you're the number one player right here, but you got to rely on the other teammates. And Zakara Perkins, the healthy freshman available for this game, has looked good to start.
It's been a big emphasis for Rutgers over the last few weeks, developing secondary and third scoring. Secondary today with McMillan being out, one half of the number 2 scoring duo in the Big Ten, surpassed only by Juju Watkins and Kiki Iriafen over at USC. And so that's a big deal that already have 5 quick points from Zakara Perkins, who has taken that point guard role so far today.
Yeah, and absolutely. And when you think about it, when Rutgers has been at its best under Coquise Washington in Big Ten play, it's when the others are getting involved and they're diversifying the scoring as Purdue turns this ball over. But Keomi McMillan and Destiny Adams have been the closers they were against Penn State, but in that game we saw JoJo Lacey, Maya Petticourt combined for 26 when they almost beat Purdue at Mackey last year. It was Petticourt and Lisa Thompson that combined for 30. So when other players are getting involved in hitting their shots beyond the best 1 or 2 on the roster, the Scarlet Knights are in business.
Kendall Puryear in for the first time for Purdue, the freshman post player, number 22 in the appropriately pink uniform today, as Reagan Bass sits. Adams feeds Petticourt, gains the baseline. Lisa Thompson on for Rutgers. Lacey for 3. Rutgers will need to see some shots fall, and so far they've gotten a pair of triples.
Yeah, and Lacey can lace it. Really had her breakout game against Michigan last month when she scored in the 20s, and here gets a good look. And again, the vision from the Scarlet Knights playing in sync on the offensive side has been great these first 5 minutes.
In for Puryear, fresh off her career high, and the shot's blocked. Thompson knocks it away from McCarthy. Lacey tries again. In and out. And it's going to stay here on the other side of this timeout.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Time this year.
Yeah, she's added that to her bag a little bit this year. Doesn't take a lot of them, but she's gotten efficient with them. And Destiny Adams there with a good look. And another turnover for the Boilermakers.
Yep, that's 6. A huge issue for Purdue, who ranks near the bottom of the Big Ten in that department. Even though they've been able to clean it up, especially you look at the Wisconsin win a week ago. Just 11 giveaways. So Rutgers getting extra opportunities. Purdue, some pressure. Lisa Thompson throws it away, and Scarlet Knights cough it up themselves. Three of 8 shooting so far for Purdue. It's been the turnovers that have really cost them. Shooting hasn't been too poor. Cycle it around for Swanson. Adams fronting the posts and knocked it away from Puryear, plus a foul. Big battle to watch, Adams and Puryear.
And Destiny Adams, even though she's a rim protector, she's also got fast hands. 2.5 steals a game, leads the conference, and there gets in the passing lane, and then Puryear on the reaction picks up the foul.
And you know that Rutgers has keyed in even more on the freshman forward, Kendall Puryear, after the 18 points, and the fact that she dominated the battle last week against Sarah Williams, who's one of the best posts in the Big Ten. Adams, nobody stepped to her. That's a bad idea.
How about Adams controlling her destiny right there? Takes it herself, goes all the way. That is a Fun finish from Adams, silky smooth in there through the contact, and Destiny really picking it up here to start this game. 7 points, 2 boards, an assist, and a steal.
Incredible what Destiny Adams has done as teams key on her even more, particularly in a day like today where Kiyomi McMiller is out, her running mate. So easy to send double and triple teams at Adams, and even still she's averaging 18 points and nearly 10 rebounds, top 6 in the conference in both. Now Rutgers enjoying its largest lead of this opening quarter. Swanson spot up, and back of the rim. Still no threes for Purdue, 0 for 3 thus far. Adams, quick entry. And she got fouled late. That'll be 2 on Kendall Puryear for the late closeout.
And for a Purdue team that is extremely short-handed, don't want people in foul trouble, especially the primary defenders on Destiny Adams. And we're seeing a lot of physicality inside from the Purdue defense. And it's resulting in not just fouls, but open lanes for shooters on the outside.
So Puryear sits. The bigs are Bass and McCarthy, the starting lineup again. Lacey tries again. In and out. Transition game. Jones off the screen. Runs into Adams. That's a block.
Yeah, we watch this one back here, and Adams just trying to maybe overcompensate. First defender wasn't able to make the stop. Adams steps in the way. Thought she'd be able to draw the charge, but was in the restricted area, wasn't set. And for Rutgers on the flip side, no, that's just the first on Destiny Adams. Obviously ill-affording fouls on her. Can't let her get in foul trouble because without Kiyomi McMiller, Scarlet Knights depending on Destiny Adams to be their dynamic scorer.
Yeah, Cornwell in for Destiny Adams. Rutgers knows they have to manage Adams' foul trouble game to game. You think back to Rutgers' last time on this floor. It pushed Illinois to overtime, but it did it in the first half almost entirely without Adams, who had 2 fouls in the span of minutes. That would have been big. Mari Petrie just checked in and very nearly came up with the interception.
And if you hear the last name Petrie and you're a Rutgers basketball fan or a Purdue basketball fan, Laisha Petrie, her older sister, played for both teams.
Her final 2 years of college, one here with the Scarlet Knights, and her final year with Purdue. Maya Petticourt, back of the rim.
And Laisha was actually the leading scorer in this matchup the last time they played here at Jersey Mike's Arena. On the flip side for Rutgers, it was actually Awa Sidibe who led them in scoring with 16 in that matchup.
McCarthy, tough catch. Second chance, puts it back. Just going right over the top of China Cornwell. One of the tallest players in the Big Ten, McCarthy at 6'4". Perkins can't save it, and Rutgers is seeing these turnover troubles mount themselves. Purdue's got 6, but Rutgers has 5 in what's been a sloppy first quarter.
Yeah, and they've all been self-inflicted for the Scarlet Knights, whether it's a travel or an errant pass. The Scarlet Knights aren't doing themselves any favors, even though they got off to the hot start offensively. And I mean, we've seen those games for Rutgers over these last couple of years where turnovers were a problem. Their one Big Ten win, though, was the game where they forced 26 Penn State turnovers in that victory in Happy Valley 2 weeks ago.
McCarthy trying to make the extra pass and sails it into the seats. Perkins directing traffic. Lacey was thinking about it. Looking inside for Cornwell. Shot clock winding down. Perkins on the drive, out of control.
And it didn't burn him there, but I'm surprised without Destiny Adams on the floor that Purdue's sticking to his zone on defense.
Jones in mid-range, no. And now Rutgers wants to run. Sidibe. Good recovery by Purdue. Lacey knifing in, no. And I think Cornwell tipped it out of Lacey's hands. It would have been a second chance.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between Lacey and Cornwell, but I'm just surprised when you have the size of McCarthy down low and the fact that Rutgers has gotten some good looks from three and players like Lacey and Perkins have been able to hit already in this game. I am surprised that Purdue is letting themselves potentially be burnt from distance, sticking with the zone when the big post threat of Destiny Adams isn't actually on the floor.
3 of 9 so far for Rutgers from three-point land. A little better than their season average. Big reason why Rutgers leads by 5 in this key matchup for both teams, coming down the stretch in Big Ten play. McCarthy back to work on Cornwell, and Cornwell may have gotten a piece of that one. About a 15-second difference between the shot and game clock. Lacey, step back long two. It's a low percentage shot. And Purdue will get the final word in the first quarter if it wants.
6 straight misses for the Scarlet Knights.
Lombard not thinking that, attacking the rim, but no go. And Purdue shooting under 30% in the first period as they've gone cold. This is usually the spot where Keomi McMiller comes up with the big shots. What does Rutgers lean on? Lisa Thompson. Final second, fade away. Got it to go. Next woman up for Rutgers today.
Lisa Thompson, what a little spin move. Looks like Ace Bailey on the men's team here a few nights ago with this little spin move shot fading away. That's a tough one with Lombard right in her face. And the Scarlet Knights are doing enough right now through these first 10 minutes to have a 7-point lead.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
It's a 9-0 Rutgers run over the last 2 minutes and change. Bass. Adams picks up the foul. Ooh, that's a big one. In the final moments, final minutes before halftime, it's her second.
Yeah, now Coquise Washington, it's decision time. Looks like she's going to take a seat, but look at this finish. JoJo Lacey so composed on the fast break, and the Scarlet Knights have been able to get in transition consistently in this game and have taken full advantage now. 9 points off Purdue's 11 turnovers, but the offense is going to have to look for some other options, and Lacey and others to continue to step up, with Adams likely on the bench for the rest of this first half.
Now Purdue needs to stop the drought, and Sophie Swanson does that. Back-to-back games in double figures, and she's got 4 points today. Trying to get this Purdue team to look like the program that had the back-to-back strong performances recently, including the win over Wisconsin.
And Swanson a catalyst in that win, Dom. 17 points, second most on the team. Got off to that red-hot start in the first quarter.
Petticord tried the acrobatic shot. Jones, Lombard, off the pump fake. Here's Bass again on the glass, plus the foul. Reagan Bass has delivered in her first start in a month.
Hey, when there's 5 players out and the opportunity presents itself, maximize it. And that's what we've seen here from Reagan Bass. 7 points, 5 big rebounds. It's also defended pretty well without fouling, just the 1 personal in this first half. And with the foul trouble, Purdue is going to need a lot more from her in the second half as well.
She's up to 8 points and 5 rebounds in 13 minutes. It's not like Bass has been a role player for the entire season. She was one of the top scorers for Purdue early. Had a couple of 20-point games in non-conference action. It's just been lately where she's fallen out of the lineup. Lacey, instant response. 8 points for Rutgers servant leader, and back to a 9-point advantage. Petrie working on Sidibe. Bass on the cut, but Cornwell disrupts. Home run pass. There's Encore, who gets it to fall. That was nifty.
Great outlet pass to start it, and Petticourt through contact for the finish.
Bass, cleanup job. And all of a sudden, the level of shot making has risen at Jersey Mike's Arena as we close in on halftime.
And even without Keomi McMiller, the Scarlet Knights are finding opportunities to take it and run. I love the high tempo here from Rutgers. For the most part, it has been working in this contest.
Cornwell gets doubled. That means Lacey's wide open. Book it.
Well, without Keomi McMiller, somebody had to start hitting those shots from distance and making the plays. And JoJo Lacey, who's been the #3 scorer for the Scarlet Knights this season, has risen to the occasion.
Rutgers is running once again. Lacey for Sidibe, and Purdue recovers defensively. Cornwell can't handle. Bass straight on. The Boilermakers have not hit a 3 in the first half after being lights out from long range the last couple of games. And you know, with the score the way it is, they could have used 1 or 2 of those just to make this a little more manageable coming out of the locker room. Thompson. Slip it inside for Cornwell. 2 more. And Cornwell's been giving it to Rutgers inside.
Maybe the best half of the season in Big Ten play for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Even without Keomi McMiller, this has been impressive.
Lombard at the horn. No. And Rutgers will run into the locker room having made its final 4 shots.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
The run for the Boilermakers. The woman running, though, Destiny Adams, coast to coast. Wow.
Downhill Destiny getting right to the basket. That was quick and a nice little Euro step move for the finish off the window.
Back-to-back plays. Adams shows you how her bag has expanded this year with the 3 and the coast to coasts. Swanson finally got a 3-ball to fall.
And after you see one go in, not just Swanson, this entire Purdue team, the confidence is back to take those shots. See if maybe that can be the catalyst. Get them back going.
Adams ignores the screen and wipe out the bucket. It's a charge. Jones gets in the way to draw Adams' 3rd foul.
That's a big swing, 3rd personal, and instead of Rutgers up 9, maybe 10, Purdue gets the ball back to try to cut this to a 2-possession game. And now Destiny can't be as aggressive on defense if she doesn't want to pick up a 4th foul.
Katie Gerald's trying to run this play from the sideline. It does not appear to be going the way Purdue wants it to. Inside of 10 seconds. Jones. Poked out. It'll stay with Purdue with 5 to shoot.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a blob screen on the outside for Collier, who's been really quiet in this game too, scoreless, and she's dropped 15 for the Boilers in their last game, that win over Wisconsin.
With 2 seconds. Jones over Cornwell. Oh, a foul. A bailout with 1/10 of a second to shoot.
Yeah, China Cornwell can't believe it. This is the foul, but that is a late whistle, bang play right before the shot clock was expiring. It's gonna send Jones to the stripe where she's 3 of 4 so far in this one. Another look, I mean, it's a clear foul, got her on the arm. Well, that's frustrating for Rutgers because there was 1 to shoot when that happened.
And Jones is Purdue's best free throw shooter, 4 of 5 today, and rattles it in. Well, that's a big minute or so for Purdue. They get their first 3. They also draw the 3rd fouls on Adams and Cornwell. Adams still playing aggressive. Cornwell still working the offensive glass. Lacey off the reload. She's fouled.
The Scarlet Knights aggressive, trying to get to the rim with Adams and Lacey. That's the real versatility they have. Lacey and Adams have size, but both of them have good dribble moves. Adams especially has really grown in her ability to handle the basketball in her second year on the Banks, and just a good job there carving through from JoJo Lacey to get to the stripe, where she has also been pretty efficient in this game.
And now 3 of 5 on the freebies. We got 1 out of 2. Rutgers a little better than 60% at the line. Foul, by the way, was on McCarthy, so she sits in place of Reagan Bass for the final 38 seconds of the third quarter.
So now both McCarthy and Swanson with 3 fouls for Purdue.
And Jones will use the clock. 8 seconds separating the game and the shot clock. To the corner for Swanson. That's an air ball, probably tipped by Petticord. And there she is, the junior guard, striding, and another charge. Purdue putting its bodies on the line, and it's Jones once again in her flu game to step up.
Yeah, she's been battling illness, looks healthy here, and has not been afraid to mix it up. Fearless on defense, and there sets her feet just outside the restricted area. That's a fantastic play.
And time for Purdue to get more. Jones. Collier. Knocked away. 1 second. Perkins. Right at the horn. Won't fall.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
So Purdue 8 points in what felt like the blink of an eye. And Rashunda Jones looks like she's trying to put her contact back into her right eye. He was another one of those players who went down in a heap with Sakara Perkins. And she's gotten it straightened out. Tell you what, you wouldn't really know if you hadn't looked at the availability report that there was some possibility she wouldn't play today. 11 points, 6 boards, 4 assists for Purdue's point guard. Petticord using the screen to get herself free. A season-high 13 for the junior sharpshooter.
So good against Purdue last season as well, and Petticord hasn't missed a beat and has really filled the void without Keomi McMiller on the floor for the Scarlet Knights at that guard spot.
After Purdue got it back to 1, Rutgers stacking buckets. And Collier leaves it long. Really has been a team effort today for Rutgers. And another foul.
Did they get Lana McCarthy for that? If so, her day's done.
Yep, they did. And so she is stuck on the bench for the final 5+ of this game.
And then there were 7 here for Purdue, who were shorthanded coming in to begin with and now lose their tallest player.
Katie Gerald's trying to use the 20-second timeout after the foul out. One of the best games McCarthy has played in Big Ten action with the 9 and 7. Purdue's got no room to budge, and it's really just Reagan Bass at that point. This could be a tough final 450 for Purdue to continue the comeback. First need a stop. Sidibe pulls up. Cornwell again with an offensive board. Lacey Up and under. 21 for JoJo Lacey.
Have yourself a day, JoJo Lacey. And the Scarlet Knights have struggled on the offensive glass today, but have picked it up in the fourth quarter. Good job by Cornwell to set that up, and Lacey with the terrific baseline cut and up and under finish.
And Katie Geralds will call a timeout with Purdue in search of buckets. So opportunities ahead, but trying to close in on this one after turning a 16-point deficit into a 1-point margin. Rutgers stepping back up, and after the air ball, a foul against Swanson.
And Purdue's got to hope they can get healthy, because they do have some tough games coming up. Rivalry with Indiana, always a big storyline. They play them not once but twice over the next 3 weeks. Also have to face top 10 Ohio State and Cody McMahon. That will not be easy.
Well, to make the challenge greater, not only is that Sophie Swanson's fourth foul, it also puts Rutgers in the bonus the rest of the way. And so Petticord back at the line, where she's been perfect. There was that moment after Ella Collier got hot late in the third quarter that it seemed inevitable for Purdue to reclaim the lead. Now it seems unlikely.
And as I said, the formula for Rutgers, as good as Adams and McMiller are, two teammates top 5 in scoring. Only Juju and Kiki are the other teammates top 10 in scoring in the Big Ten, but you need that supporting cast stepping up if you're the Scarlet Knights, and you need to force turnovers. They did it against Penn State. They got other scorers. They had Lacey and Petticord in double figures, and what happens today? Lacey and Petticord are in double figures.
Well, not done yet. And Adams just picked up her fourth foul, trying to front Kendall Puryear, so she'll sit for a moment. China Cornwell speeds back in, some foul trouble of her own with 3. And you have to think 3-ball top of mind for Purdue as Swanson attacks and forces another foul. A little thing to say after that as well in what's been a very physical game, especially in that painted area.
Sophie Swanson wasn't happy there. A lot of chirping, had to get held back by a couple of teammates. Didn't really see if she was clapping back at a Rutgers player or a ref, but Swanson was not happy with something that just occurred under the basket.
And they will put that foul on Cornwell. That's her fourth as well. But Swanson misses the first, and that is rare. A 92% free throw shooter.
Yeah, 8th in the Big Ten.
So splits a pair, and the difference is 11. And looking to get some turnovers out of the pressure. Rutgers breaks. Lacey throws it away. Swanson sifting through, nearly lost it. Jones, baseline drive and a bucket. Rashunda Jones standing tall for Purdue today.
And now the Scarlet Knights have to be careful. Purdue's going to start to bring the pressure, and under Coquise Washington these last 3 years, Rutgers teams have really struggled breaking the press.
And without their starting point guard, Kiyomi McMiller, they're able to do it there. So what was a 9-0 run for Rutgers is now a couple buckets for Purdue. Petticord, long 2, and got it to fall. Best game of Maya Petticord's season, 17. They need all of them. Puryear spins around Cornwell. Man, she's going to be so good. She already is. She's going to be great in the Big Ten as she continues to learn.
And just 3 months into her college tenure, and we've seen the growth since November. As I mentioned, really since the calendar turned to January, she's turned it up, doing it against some really difficult competition.
That's off Sidibe and a turnover. Well, you think back to the last time that Rutgers played at home. Different opponent, Illinois, a team that's currently in the NCAA tournament field, but Rutgers had the upper hand to close the game out. The Illini forced overtime, ended up winning. Rutgers trying to learn from that recent history a week ago. Purdue back to work. No call. Another bucket.
Cornwell just fell really hard. Gotta hope that she's okay as Awa Sidibe helps her veteran teammate to her feet.
Looked like she smashed the back of her head on the court.
I'll see it from this angle. Yeah, that's a hard fall. She walks off towards the bench. Cornwell has been such a force on the boards today. 9 rebounds, 3 of them on the offensive side, but looks like she's gonna get checked out.
Yeah, Deja Craig, Rutgers trainer, will take her to the table. And Adams in, playing with 4 fouls as Rutgers tries to close it out. Led by 12 moments ago. Purdue has shown a lot of fight in this game.
Cornwell's going right to the locker room.
Another turnover. Swanson, 2-on-1, lays it in. 2-possession game. Rutgers' lead is quickly evaporating. And Lombard is locked in. Coquise Washington has 3 timeouts. She'll use one here.
Smart timeout by Coquise Washington, but now the advantage that Rutgers had is no longer there because Destiny Adams is being forced to play the 5 with no Cornwell on the floor.
Boilermakers are fighting again. And now over Bass, Rutgers inbounds and gets a foul. That's a big break. And that's on Kendall Puryear, who's done.
So that means that Purdue is down to 6 players, and they have lost their 2 primary post defenders. First McCarthy, now Puryear, who had a great second half on both sides of the ball. And now I think the pressure is really going to be on Reagan Bass, who had that tremendous start to this game, has not scored in the second half, only 2 rebounds in the second half, and now she's going to be tasked with trying to contain Destiny Adams and company. And for the Scarlet Knights, free throws late in games have been a challenge. We saw it against Illinois. 2 huge ones right here.
And Adams hits the first. The 8th Big Ten double-double of Adams' spectacular senior season. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and add 1 more. Extending the lead to 3 possessions. And Rutgers some pressure of its own. Swanson. Stuck. Gives it. And the 3 ball is short for Lombard. Last touch Purdue.
Man, Purdue had numbers in the paint, and they had Jones right there as the ball carried him to her. That's an offensive rebound that you have to get if you're the Boilers at this situation.
And Rutgers didn't really set up, Purdue didn't really set up the pressure when they could have there from that odd angle. I get another foul as Jones fouls Sidibe. So again, Rutgers in the bonus. Sidibe shooting free throws, and it's her first time today, but she's 89% this year. Coquise Washington said after the Illinois loss, everything's a learning experience. Now you wonder how much Rutgers learned a week and a half ago after that overtime defeat to Illinois, what could have been its top of the resume win. And Sidibe gets them both, 9-point game. Looking to the corner, and Lacey picks it out of the air. Best game of JoJo Lacey's season, I think, when it matters most. Not just the scoring, but everything else she's contributed to try to get Rutgers a win.
6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, has hit 3 threes, has hit 4 of her 6 free throws. She has been everywhere, and Purdue cannot get out of its own way down this stretch. It felt like they were mounting a comeback. They cut it to 5, but since then, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
And Rutgers is making its free throws at the end of this game. As Lacey hits that, she's got 22 points. Told you it was a big day for her. The Servant Leader Award from the K-Yow Cancer Funds. Part of the Play for K Day. Wanted to come through for her team, and she's leading them as Adams gets 2 more off the miss. The lead is a dozen. Collier. 3 won't go, and Purdue will keep it. But this is now a mountain to climb in the final minute.
And another 20-point game from Destiny Adams, too. Crashing the glass on the missed free throw. You'll love to see that. Scarlet Knights taking advantage now that they have the size advantage with the McCarthy and Puryear foul outs.
And Swanson had her heel on the line. A turnover. And Coquise Washington will use another timeout just to make sure Rutgers makes the final plays to get that second Big Ten victory. That was what the conversation was about. So instead, it's a 12-point game coming up on the final 30 seconds. Purdue's got a trap. They give the foul. And they'll put Perkins on the line.
And you understand the extra frustration for Katie Geralds because it's right in front of her bench. Her whole team had a better view than just about anybody. And missed opportunity for the Boilers, it appears.
Yeah, look, it would have still been a challenge, as you mentioned, Eddie. It still would have been a 9-point game with 38 seconds left. But instead of it still being a possibility for Purdue, the door effectively shut. One more coming here for Zakara Perkins, who put together one of her best Big Ten games as well, 7 points, and ran the point guard position for a lot of this afternoon. But misses both. Jones the rebounds. Running out of time, needing lots of threes. Swanson got one. Going to have to foul. Not much time to force turnovers as Rutgers breaks the press. 15 seconds now, and there's the foul.
That's a good job of the Scarlet Knights. Maya Petticord getting it free to Sidibe, who was cutting far side. Look back at this three. No question about being out of bounds or not there. That's just a clean 3 points from Sophie Swanson, who has taken 20 shots in this game, but that 20th was her last, so she just fouled, and Purdue is quite literally down to 5 players here with 15 seconds to play.
Yeah, all 3 that are in danger of fouling out have now fouled out. And so the best 3-point shooter on the court today for Purdue, sitting with McCarthy and Puryear.
Someone else we haven't really talked about, Destiny Lombard came in as the leading scorer for the Boilers at 11 a game as Sidibe hits the first. Scoreless in this game, no makes on 6 shots.
After several games of Purdue shooting the lights out, it went cold today, unfortunately, at a poor time too, when a win would have gone a long way. So free throws fall, final 10 seconds. Jones inside for Collier, one look outside, and ironically there are the first points for Destiny Lombard. But it's Rutgers going home with a victory. And this is a pivotal decision for the Scarlet Knights. Their second Big Ten win. It gives RU a leg up in the race for Indianapolis.